Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And look, I think that this video has some huge news and nuggets of really important information held within it, so definitely watch until the end. I have found an interview between probably two of the brightest minds in the crypto space, in the likes of Dr. Ben Goertzel and Charles Hoskinson from Cardano. And what I would say is, for me, Cardano and SingularityNet are two of my favorite projects, alongside the likes of VeChain and various others, but they're right up there. And I really do think that Cardano is going to be that layer one protocol for artificial intelligence and machine learning. And why do I believe that? Because, the best project in artificial intelligence and machine learning, in my opinion, is SingularityNet. And you definitely want to hear what both of these guys are talking about on, how they could be working together and what the future of AI might look like on the Cardano ecosystem. This is such bullish content. So if you enjoy this sort of content, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. And don't forget to give this one a share on Facebook, Twitter, and all those other social media platforms. It really does support the channel. Right, let's get down to the interview.
Lawrence, do you have any plans to involve AI on Cardano, besides using Cardano as the infrastructure for decentralized AI? And of course, this can open to a discussion on future directions and partnerships between our two amazing organizations.
Well, I'm incredibly interested in using AI as a governance assistant. I think that's probably the minimum viable setup. So we have SIP 1694 working its way through. And we have these three decision groups: the SPOs, the DREPs, and the Constitutional Committee. In each of those groups, things are going to come before their table, and they're going to have to make a decision, yes or no. So it's very important that they have the best tooling and the most accurate tooling and the best brain, collective brain, to make decisions. And so I can see within the next 6 months to a year, building some bespoke pipes, and we're actually going to have a community tooling RFP process, and we will definitely set aside some funding in that RFP process for the use of AI to assist the SIP 1694 rollout. Okay, and that's kind of your minimum viable thing, because it's not compulsory, it's not taking the steering wheel, but it's like a driver assistant. It kind of helps you decide where you want to steer the wheel and keeps you out of a car accident and these types of things. Then moving beyond that, there is some discussion about, could we create DAOs in our organization, which are mostly machine regulated, or decision systems that are mostly machine regulated. So regulated value transfer protocols, where you're applying regulation and making criteria and conditions to de-anonymize things. It could actually be very sensible to do that through an AI-driven approach as opposed to a human judgment approach, because you basically leave it encrypted by default. No human sees it until it hits a certain decision threshold. But you really do have to train those things carefully, and you have to take a look at the fidelity of those things versus human judgment. And it's almost like the self-driving car problem. It's a little different because the environment's different, but it's the same thing where you're now entrusting very serious decisions to basically a completely autonomous system. So I could definitely see that occurring with RealFi and the RegTech stuff in a protocol, and it's something that is unfinished business for us. And there, the most logical plan is to apply Singularity style technology to the 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 framework and to the regulated value transfer efforts that we're working on with Midnight. Then, midterm, so 3 to 5 years, where we're really starting to explore today, but we won't quite be where we need to be for a while, is development acceleration through AI. So Marlowe in particular is our first attempt with this, where we're actually looking at Marlowe as a DSL for NFTs. It's a financial DSL, but NFTs are a pretty low-hanging fruit. It's paint by numbers, and because it's a very simple language, it's Turing incomplete. What we're planning on doing is seeing if we could actually use AI to assist developing a Marlowe smart contract. Now, if those workflows get really good, and we get more DSLs, like legal DSLs and these other things, I could imagine within a 3-year time frame, a development world where you basically work with an AI, you write out a framework of the type of thing you want to do, and the vast majority of the smart contract capabilities are implemented through an AI assistant. So that we potentially could do it much earlier, like within a year time frame. But I'm an ambitious. I've been burned before by my ambitions, and so I say 3 to 5 years to kind of give a nice safety net there. But I'm very optimistic that Marlo this year, next year, experimenting with these things, we can do some truly amazing stuff.
I think natural language prompted Marlowe scripts should be semi-straightforward using LLM technology. And NFTs would be one among a number of low-hanging fruit applications there. And yeah, I agree. There's an interesting avenue there to create DSLs that run on top of a more sophisticated smart contract language like Plutus, and then the DSLs have a simple enough format, and they're grounded in a particular domain, which could be represented by a knowledge graph linked into an LLM for that matter, right? So then I think with these vertical specific DSLs, it will be pretty viable to get sort of AI assisted low code to no code smart contract development linked in with user interface development and application development in the same vein, right? So people can basically put together dApps with the interface, the application logic, and the blockchain piece without coding anything or coding hardly anything. And that seems relatively near at hand. Like no further breakthroughs are needed for that. Whereas using AI to guide the guts of 𝗗𝗃𝗀𝗃 probabilistic reasoning development, I mean that we need a breakthrough. We need a breakthrough for, because it's not templatized, right? You're just breaking new ground in a fundamental way.
Right. And we're getting to a point with these LLMs where people can hand draw a user interface and just scan it or take a picture with their phone, upload it into the model. It can actually extract from that hand drawing a wireframe and then go and implement it in Qt and actually give you a user interface. I mean, the level of developer accessibility of that is just astounding, absolutely astounding. But there's rough edges that you have to have domain knowledge to get over. So it's not like you can just go end to end 100% no programming skills. So that's why I talk about in terms of developer amplification as opposed to developer replacement. It's a centaur.
Yeah. But I also think within a few years, you probably will be able to go to end-to-end with no programming skills if you're within a domain where there's a bunch of other end-to-end applications that the system can use as a guide, and at the same time will increasingly get tools that are useful even for the harder core aspects of development. So yeah, that's amazing stuff to be popping up so rapidly, certainly. And it does it highlights the need to get the decentralized governance really working solidly, which I think is coming together, but it's a human problem as well as a math and software problem, which is a different sort of thing to be designing and thinking about.
So there you have it. You could end up with governance driven by artificial intelligence on the Cardano ecosystem, as well as many other developments, in, I guess, DAOs and being able to have AI, processed decisions. I think that these are really interesting and innovative things to pursue. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. I have linked the full interview and video in the description of this video, so definitely worth giving that a watch, because this is just one little snippet from what was an amazing 3-hour, video full of really interesting content from a Singularity Net project and project ecosystem, and gives you real granular information about what to expect in the future. So I do encourage everybody to go watch the full video, but this for me was just one big snippet that I thought was really meaningful for anybody that's interested in Singularity Net and Cardano. So let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. I really do think that this is huge news for both Singularity Net and Cardano. I think that both of these projects are projects that, people that are understanding what's actually happening in front of their eyes would be really bullish on. But let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Thanks for watching, take care, and I will catch you in the next one.